Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
Bruce Lee once said, "If you think too long about a thing, you'll never get it done." My friend, in my life, I have discovered and continue to discover the difference between thinking and doing. There are so many times that we get these ideas, these wonderful ideas in our mind. Ideas of certain things that we can act upon or do or bring to life, bring into our existence, into our reality. But is thinking the same as doing? I had to realize it wasn't, as I could be on the couch thinking of going for a run, thinking of how good it would feel, how the endorphins would rush through my body when I strode down the sidewalk in my neighborhood, thinking of being out in nature and the feeling of euphoria I would get to feel the sun on my face, thinking of making a YouTube video, thinking of reading a book, thinking of improving my life in any imaginable way. But as I was thinking, you know what I was doing? I was sitting on the couch. One of the things I learned from reading a book called The Art of Taking Action, it taught me that thinking, while is incredible, I mean, everything comes from a thought first. Anything that you see material in this physical world, it started from an idea in the mind. Somebody had to think about that before the light bulb was invented, before clothes were made, right? Before any of this technology, it started as a thought, but thinking is the same as not doing. You see, action is the only thing that brings the manifestation. Actually doing, actually taking action. And action, those 6 letters, is half of attraction. Look at the word, the law of attraction. To attract, we must take action. So whenever you're thinking about doing something, or thinking of a brilliant idea, or thinking of taking action on something, realize that thinking is the same thing as not doing. To any onlooker, anyone around you who observed you thinking, they would observe you doing nothing. But it is only when we take our thoughts and we actually bring them into reality by doing, that the thoughts see the light of day. Always remember, ideas are disembodied entities. If you do not act on your ideas and give them life, because you have been chosen, if you get an idea, that means that it is asking you to give it life. It wants to live. But when you do not give life to your ideas, they will fly away to someone who is ready to give them life. They will fly away to a doer, someone who's going to take action and bring them into this world. Now, it could be you. It could be someone else. But it really doesn't matter. We're all part of this collective. But wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be great if you had an idea and you actually acted on it? You brought it into your existence, into your reality, instead of leaving it as mere fantasy, or instead of just letting it be an idea. The richest place, the wealthiest place in the world will always be the cemetery. For people go to the grave with their dreams. They go to the grave with their ambitions. They go to the grave with their wants. All the things that they thought about but never did. Don't ever have regret in your life. Don't let your dreams die with you. Instead of waiting for that perfect time or that perfect moment, instead of just thinking and thinking and thinking, start doing. And you will see magical things start to manifest in your life. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, that is the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. The Open Palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind message, my friend, letting you know that you don't have to just think. Thinking is great. Thinking is good. Thinking gets the gears going, but thinking doesn't bring these things to life. Doing does. If I just thought about this idea for this podcast episode, would you have ever heard it? Think about that. Share this episode with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version each day, doing the things that they thought about. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, then definitely subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw and clicking that support button there is much appreciated, my friend. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast. Much love to you. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are. And as always, take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.